Hello, hello.
Hey, how are you?
I am well.
Oh my gosh, I'm like sneezing over here because of the pet dander.
Oh no.
I didn't think I was allergic to pet dander, but yes, apparently I am.
Oh, that.
So I'm super excited. I have to do my announcement spiel because I haven't done it yet. Welcome to your Passive Legacy podcast, where we talk about how you can quit trading your time for money. I am your host, Eve Davidson Hernandez, formerly known as Master Coach Eve. And today we have a special guest with us who is going to talk about an interesting angle of leaving a passive legacy. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, everybody. It's Nefertiti, and I am the CEO and founder of Beautiful One Has Come Inc. I am the author of Finding Your Beautiful Book, and basically, I am the pusher, the good kind of pusher, because I push you and I push you and your vision into your next level of excellence. So it's awesome to be here. Thank you.
Ooh, I am so excited because this is a big topic for a lot of the ladies that I know. We tend to struggle with this in multiple ways. And so I'm really curious to find out what you're going to say about this because I think that, we as women don't realize what kind of legacy as far as beauty is concerned, the beauty within what kind of legacy we're leaving for our daughters. And I would like to, find out more about what do you think someone can do? What can a mother do to leave a better legacy as far as beauty is concerned for her daughters?
This is very big for me because I believe not just as a mother, I have a son, but I have little sisters. And what my mother instilled in me, the awesome thing, I guess, of being the only child for 14 years, to have that with my mother first, is the inner beauty. It is to let you to she let me know, not just in my birthright name. See, that's with my name. She always told me that when they saw me, they said, "We're going to name her Nefertiti," and I'm like, "Well, why did you do that? Do you know I have to write this 9-letter name down?" She said, "Because I always wanted you to know that your name means beautiful one has come." And I didn't really grasp hold to that, I will say, until a couple of years ago. And mind you, I'm 44.
Wow.
Because unfortunately, we let people make you feel that you're not beautiful because you're different, because you have a different drive, because you may think or see things differently. And if someone else doesn't grab onto that, then they can make you feel some type of way. But my mother instilled in me, and I lost it, but I gained it back because it's not something that she didn't teach me, to walk in my own right, to be my own beautiful. I don't have to let no one make me beautiful. I am my own beautiful. So the thing that women can do to teach their daughters, they can teach them who they are, not who they think they have to be. They have to let them know it's okay. Everything they're feeling inside, everything that drives them to be who they are, do not alter it because that's God's. That's your God design. So just teaching them and nurturing them to be excellent. We're not perfect, but we can walk in excellence, and that's something that the generation that's coming up, unfortunately, has lost because they're not being taught that.
Oh boy, you mentioned something that I think is really interesting. A lot of people don't know anything about or even think about. You said God design, and
Mhm.
I want to say like maybe like 7 years back, I wrote a poem called "Perfectly Imperfect," and I one of the things I said in it was you're perfectly imperfected, and so that you don't have to be perfect because you weren't made to be perfect. And a lot of people don't understand that. Can you go into a little bit more depth about God design? What does that mean?
God design means just like, I never apologize for my faith and what I do, and I definitely believe in that. So when I say God designed, He knew the plans that He had for us before we were even born, because He knows what He designed us to do. Now we have free will, and because we have that free will, sometimes we stray away from what the God designed, because a lot of things set in that separates us. The fear, the negative chatter, the doubt, all the negative stuff that doesn't come from him. When that sets in and resonates, then that's when we lose our God designed vision that he has for us. Then that's when we stop walking in excellence. We stop walking in abundance. We stop walking in the path of light that he designed for us to achieve anything that we have. And when we do that, that's when we experience the hardships. Now we're going to experience trials and tests, because that's his way of strengthening us and stretching us for our purpose. But when we experience the hardships and we sink into it, and then we take ownership in it, and then we fall away from our God design. So when we realize that God designed us to in he designs us for excellence. He gives us, we're kings and queens. We know that. But when we think that we have to not walk proudly in our queendom as women, when we feel that, oh, we gotta take off a little, or in some cases, unfortunately, because our babies, our little sisters coming up are taking off too much. But when they think that beauty relies in the outer, the physical, then they're straying away from their God design, because they're not hearing what he has designed for us. They're not hearing or looking and seeing that reflection. We were made in his image. And if God is of love and beauty, why are we not seeing that when we look into the mirror?
Okay. Boy, that is just like a really that's just really deep. That's really deep.
Sorry.
No, it's good stuff. So there's a couple things that you mentioned that I think that need some serious attention. The first is our negative self chatter and the things that we say to ourselves, and how we can either tear ourselves down or build ourselves up, as well as allow other people to do that. But our self-talk is probably the most fierce. Then you also said something about inner beauty and abundance. Wow. So if we don't recognize our inner beauty, then we lack in many ways abundance in our lives. And I thought that was really, really um, important. And you also said beauty is connected to our purpose in so many ways. Like if you can recognize your God design, then you can really connect with your purpose. So can you describe some negative self chatter that people have on a regular basis? Not just people, but like I know men have this too, but women are just the worst with this.
Unfortunately, yes, absolutely. You know, we know that we can be healthy in all shapes, form, and sizes. The main thing, and I know that this was a struggle with me. I'm like, oh, I'm not that size 10. You don't have to be a size 10. You have to be a healthy eating, moving, physical 14, 16. It doesn't matter. So one thing I do know that we chip away at our beauty when we think we have to be. I have a best friend that's so skinny, and I always make the joke when I see sometimes our healthy sisters, our thick sisters wearing things that our skinny sisters can wear, because they're trying to be like them. I just say, we don't have to look a certain way. We look what's beautiful to us. That's a lot of negative chatter. We don't have to pile on the MAC makeup. Don't get me wrong. I love a good beat. I love to have a little cute cute, but You can't have that to make you. I'm seeing so many videos and so many things out here where they're teaching them how to change their face. See, before, makeup was supposed to just to add to your beauty, meaning we would just put, look, and I'm talking like I'm ancient, I'm not, but we'll put a little rouge on our face and little lipstick and little eye makeup, and we'll be good with that. But now you're looking at videos where it is totally changing the face of how we look.
Oh yeah,
Instead of contouring and making your nose, it's they're teaching them to change their face.
that's the art of
And
deceit. That's
huh
that is the art of deceit, and it's mentioned in the
the
Bible.
art of deception, right? And when you start doing that, then that's changing how you are looking and thinking of yourself. So when you start seeing your God design, your who you really are, you can't recognize that beautiful person because you're not thinking that's who you're supposed to look like. That's not what you're supposed to look like. You're supposed to look like what you can make. So we, as women, we take what we think that we're supposed to look like, be like, act like, walk like, dress like. It's so much, unfortunately, that we're bound with, that really just really hinders us as women. And the main thing is that it's the woman on woman hurt,
Oh my,
because we don't empower each other to say, "Oh my God, your hair is so beautiful," regardless if it's half an inch from your skull to down your back. We don't do that. We don't do that. So in our natural form, we don't do that. So then we're chasing that that look, that dream of what we should be, because us as women, we don't say how beautiful we are to each other without anything, without any sliminess, just straight, pure. I love you, sister. You look so beautiful. You are perfect in just who you are,
right.
period.
I just think that's really interesting that you brought that up, because that brings me to my next point, which was how can we connect with our inner beauty so that we can have more abundance in our lives? If we're so worried about being somebody that we're not, we're teaching, first of all, we're teaching these young girls to do the same exact thing. But if we can connect with our inner beauty, how would that bring us more abundance in our lives?
Because you will become free. When we're so bogged down with the extra stuff that we don't even need to have attached to us, we will become so free. And then once we're free, our eyes open, because we're open and susceptible to the good things that we need to put in our life. And a lot of people laugh at me because I don't put a lot. I protect my eye gates, and if eye gates meaning I protect what I watch. I'm learning and have learned to protect what I hear, because I don't watch crazy stuff. I watch stuff that is funny. I will watch a cartoon quick, fast, in a hurry to get some humor and laughter, because right now, if I step out my door, I can see despair on every hand. So I work to make sure that I don't watch craziness so it's not inside of me. And
Wow.
I don't know if you understand what I mean,
I
but when you,
totally
you
understand.
have to protect, your eye gates. You have to protect your hearing. You have to protect what you take in, because that takes root. And once it takes root, then that sinks you into, just you're so weighted, and then you're heavy, and then you're closed. And when you're closed off, you're not open to receive things that you would need to help you walk in abundance. And abundance don't always mean monetarily. Don't get me wrong. He never was. You were never designed to be in lack. You were designed to have abundance. Hear me. And that's exactly what people think. Oh, we're not supposed to have. You're absolutely supposed to have. You're supposed to have. You're supposed to be able to have because you're supposed to bless people with it. So it's a cycle. You bless, you get back. You reap what you sow. You sow what you reap. So that's how we can learn how to be open and walk in abundance so that we can be the best. I say the best that we can be.
Oh, that is just fantastic. Like I don't think most people realize how desensitized they are to the ugliness that's out there in the world, and you really do have to protect your ears, protect your eyes, because when you see that and when you experience that, the brain does not know the difference between what you've experienced and what someone else experienced. That's why when you go to movies and stuff like that, you can feel what the character's feeling because you're
Mm,
seeing it, and it's like your brain is enacting it in its own mind and you are going through it as well. So you got to be really careful about what you allow in your space, what you who you
mhm,
allow in your space as well, because sometimes people have this negative energy, and when they have the negative energy, it affects your inner beauty as well, because
mhm.
you have for me, for instance, I'm really sensitive, so I can't be around people that are real negative. I can't be around people that complain too much or that are constantly down in the dumps, because it causes a lean on my spirit. I don't know if that makes sense, but um,
Yeah,
I have to
it
be
makes
really
absolute sense.
careful. I have to be really careful about who I let in my space because I'm a very sensitive soul, and I'm just like you when it comes to watching cartoon. I'll watch a cartoon movie in a heartbeat. I will watch something
I'm
funny. I
telling
don't
you,
really like scary movies. I just try not to.
I don't watch scary movies at all.
Mm-mm.
I don't, and it's because I can watch a suspenseful movie because we like that. We like the suspense, but I don't watch anything that looks crazy because it doesn't have. It's just I don't need that. And people didn't at first. I never understood why I am so reactive to all the ugliness, like literally, like all the things that with the killings and all of that. It really hurts my heart, and to see someone in pain, it really because that's the spirit connecting with that, and I'm really sensitive to that. I mean, I feel when someone is going through something, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I can have true empathy, and if I have experienced sympathy, and people don't know how to, that's a real thing. And so you have to protect that, because then that darkens you, and you don't want to be darkened.
You know what? And another reason why I don't really like watching dark movies is because sometimes they take the inner beauty of children and they turn it into this monstrous thing, and it makes me
Mhm.
completely turned off to that, because children are beautiful, and that's just one thing, especially because of my my inner compass and beliefs and whatnot. Just to see, you know people blatantly take, like Game of Thrones and stuff like that, like Game of Thrones, or then watching any type of TV shows that, what is that one, Katniss, the one where the girl is like, the kids are killing each other. Like, I can't watch stuff like that.
Oh
It's
my God. See, I don't even know what that is. Let me tell you. And if anyone knows Nefertiti, let me tell you, I watch silly stuff that makes absolutely no sense. I am a housewives franchise girl. I just look at other people's life and laugh on the silly stuff. I cannot watch stuff like that. I can't watch demonic stuff like that. I don't watch anything like that because that is it just no, I'm not okay with it. So that's also, like you said, that's also condoning. I never let my child as a child watch anything like that ever. And I think even till this day, my son is 20. He will watch a cartoon still like it was a TV show and it was something deep because I don't believe in that. And that God did that ain't of God. That's
no,
not light. That is nothing
there's
of
nothing
light.
beautiful about that.
That
There's nothing beautiful about that. And so I
nothing.
think that you know, honestly, like a really good way to leave a legacy of beauty for your children, and even just for yourself, like just for people that know you, they know that you wouldn't watch anything that is horrific or just find joy in anything that is
No.
dark. That's your legacy. That's what you're leaving behind. Your son will know, mom wouldn't watch that. Like she would, you know, and I think that people don't realize that they need to control what their kids are watching. This is an issue that's huge. You don't let
Huge.
kids watch that stuff.
Right. I don't even see how when kids saying, "Oh, I I hear them talking about things like Walking Dead," and
Uh-uh.
people don't understand what. Listen to what the word is. Walking dead. You're walking around lifeless. People don't understand like all of these crazy. So I don't get it. I don't understand why people watch it. I just say God bless them. That's you. I don't do that. Won't do that. You can't make me do that. That's not for me.
Yeah.
People don't realize what things can be used for, and,
Oh,
what it can be used for.
in the entertainment industry has really, really, really destroyed a lot of people's inner beauty.
Hmm.
They've made us think we're fat. They made us think that we gotta go diet and we gotta color our hair and we gotta bleach our skin and we gotta make sure
Take
that we get a nose
pills.
job and a boob job and a this job. You know, it's like people are under complete attack. People's beauty is their inner beauty. It's under attack. It's under attack. People are under attack. Like it's just left and right. You look to the left, the girl that feels too skinny is over here trying to get a butt implant, or she's trying to get her, you know what I mean? Like then you got the girl over here who is too heavy. She wants to get a tummy tuck, and then you got all. And the crazy part about this is that our kids are watching this, and so we are cultivating a legacy that our
Hmm.
children are seeing, and they're like, oh well, if I get fat I'll just get a tummy tuck, or oh, you know, if I don't like my, if I, do you know that you can get an eye implant? You can get somebody else's eyes if you don't like the color of your eyes. It's getting
See,
out
you
of
know
control.
what?
It's out of control.
It's way out of control. It's way it's out of control. I say only thing, I know that some things have to be done for health reasons. The bad back, you can't be carrying around a size eye cup. Don't get me wrong. If anything is hurting or harming, absolutely.
Yeah,
But
but then there's some people that really can do something naturally about it that they just don't want to do it. So it's a
thank you.
fine line.
Thank you. If I want
Um,
to lose weight, I'm gonna get my big butt out there and walk. I said that and I've did a lot of lifestyle changes. And I said when I launched my brand, when I launched my book and my platform, I told people you're gonna walk this journey with me. You're gonna see not only a change in me, you're gonna see a physical change, a spiritual change, because I'm not out here to be a size 10 because I never was, but I was always healthy when I was younger. I said I've taken meat out my diet for the first time in a long time because I was raised and all when my mother said all I used to eat was fruit and vegetables. I rarely ate meat because I didn't need it. And then I put it in my life. So now I've taken it out of my life again. And I thought it was going to be hard, but guess what? Oh my goodness, it wasn't. I'm okay. So it's like, okay, you can do certain things to help you walk in the light and in the abundance way you want to live, because you're going to have to separate, take away, uh, eliminate some things that's bogging you down.
right. So, you know what, we're gonna have to wrap up here, and I want to ask if you could really just give us a definition of what beauty means to you and how people can connect with their beauty and then their purpose. How can people um, really just find self-acceptance and step fully into their purpose? So what is your definition of beauty, and how can people step into their purpose by accepting themselves?
Beauty means to me and totally, wholeheartedly, without any discrimination, and to be unapologetic in loving yourself. You have to look at yourself and see the beauty and rays that resonate off of you. You have to know that you are made in God's image. And if God is love and light and endurance and victory, if He is all of that, you have to know that you are a victorious being, that you are a being of love, that you are God's precious, perfectly, as you said, perfectly imperfectly made person, because you are perfect in His sight. You're always going to be imperfect to other people. Block that. It's okay. Let them look at you in any way, but don't let that make you. Focus upward, meaning you focus on what God places in you. Know that what He tells you is what it needs to be. And the vision that you have, no one else is going to see it. It's the vision that He has given you, that you are beautiful no matter what situations that you experienced or are experiencing. Your trials and tribulations does not cut away from your beauty. If anything, it sharpens and adds to it. Be okay with knowing who you are is enough for you first, and you will be enough for anyone else.
Well,
That's
amen.
what my definition.
That was beautiful. Um, and I was just wondering if you could tell people how can people find you on social media, and how can people get a hold of your book?
Oh, absolutely. So, my website is www.b as in beautiful, O as in one, H as in has, C as in come, inc.com. So that's www.bohcinc.com. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all at Beautiful One Inc. And you can also reach me. You can reach my office. Let me get that right. You can reach my office at 219-310-BOHC. Beautiful One has come.
Awesome.
And I would be gladly to share and love on you and help you find your beautiful, because that's what I do.
Awesome, awesome. I want to thank everybody for listening today. We have been talking to Nefertiti. I love that name. Every time I say it, I love that name. I want to thank you guys for listening in on this conversation. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always reach out to me at sibusinesscoach@gmail.com. That's S as in Sam, I as in Igloo, businesscoach@gmail.com, or Your Passive Legacy @gmail.com, or you can go to Your Passive Legacy Academy on Facebook and just ask to join. It is a business group, private group, where you can learn more information. This has been Your Passive Legacy podcast with Master Coach Eve and our special guest, Nefertiti Fisher. And I'm so excited that you guys have been able to listen in on this conversation. And we will see you next time. Everyone have a blessed and lovely day. Much love, much love. Nefertiti, you take care of yourself and continue
Thank
to
you.
bless
You
people with your
too.
message. Awesome. Thank
Absolutely.
you so much. Bye-bye
Thank
for
you.
now.
Alrighty.